I would say things like, just leave me alone. And then he'd actually leave, and then I would get mad because he left, even though that's what I told him to do, but I really meant that I didn't want him to leave.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women completely losing their minds. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Check out the channel memberships if you want access to exclusive videos and early videos, and let's just jump right into the video.
The truth is that most women are actually offended if a guy that is ugly hits on them, and no amount of trying to shame women for feeling that way is going to change the feeling. People need to be more realistic. Like, if a girl is out of your league physically and you approach her and she looks at you like you're weird, it's because you're being weird. If she doesn't say anything, you should be so lucky.
When she says a man is being weird, it just means that she didn't find that dude attractive enough, or the dude rejected her.
Because some people out there are actually mean and will actually make you feel bad about it. I am one of those people. I'll admit that. But I don't think that women should allow themselves to be uncomfortable and like coddle these like delusional freaks that think that any compliment from anybody is like going to make someone stay. It's like, no, if you are not attractive, you should not be bothering attractive women with the hopes of getting their number, because it's just not going to happen. It's a fairy tale. It's a fantasy. Like, come back to reality.
What she doesn't realize is how her mean attitude makes her incredibly unattractive.
If a man is trying to please a woman, a man will lose his mind trying to deal with that, because women ultimately don't even know what they want. And because women are so emotional, it don't matter what you did, all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she's mad, she'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes.
Women like this set men up for failure, then they get angry when the men they set up have failed their setup.
I would say things like, just leave me alone. And then he'd actually leave, and then I would get mad because he left, even though that's what I told him to do, but I really meant that I didn't want him to leave. And now he's confused and I'm angry. I finally realized that men can't hear emotion. They can only hear words. You can't say one thing and then mean another and then blame the man. That's on us.
And if you ask them to communicate clearly, they will argue you should just know what they want. No, thank you.
Men are sick of modern women, and this is why. Don't get mad at me, I'm just the messenger. You do not compliment that man's life, you complicate it. Men already have to go into the world, in their workplace, around other men. They have to compete 24/7. In order to be considered a high-quality man, you have to be competitive. He deals with all of that in the world already, and then he comes home to you, and you want to compete with him more.
A woman should be providing a man with some peace. That is not asking too much, but apparently a lot of modern-day women would have you believe that's not the case.
Reason number 2, there's no clear win for them. You want them to be strong, not dominant, though. Be sensitive, but don't be weak. Lead, but don't control me. Provide, but don't be transactional towards me. These men have no clear way to win a situation with most of you women. They become fatigued, and that's why they give up on you. You're then a reflection of the confusion they already feel in the world. Men do not get to be held to the same standard as women. They don't get to show their emotions freely and still be seen as strong. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
And men also have to prove their worth every day. A lot of modern women think they just have to exist, and that's more than enough.
I agree with you that men built the system. Men built the entire infrastructure that allows all of us, including men, but especially including women, to have the most comfortable and prosperous and healthy lives that has ever existed in all of human history. And the complete ungratefulness
Oh my God,
I'm not being ridiculous. You women hate, at no other point in human history have women had so much contempt and hatred and disdain for men, when it is due to men's genius and ingenuity and labor and physicality that has enabled women to live the most comfortable lives they've ever been able to live.
I think what's weird is how quickly this hate towards men was just normalized and then even celebrated.
And there's a bottleneck to every cascading invention due to men's increased physical. Look, I know this sounds crazy.
Oh, it is.
In order to live in a skyscraper, there were cascading previous inventions that were necessitated on male strength that women don't possess, that enabled us to build buildings far into the sky.
Modern women have no problem taking the things that men have done for them for complete granted.
For you to live in comfortable, air-conditioned, not just live, but to have a job in a comfortable, air-conditioned office. All of these comforts, it wasn't the evil patriarchy, it was benevolent men. It was typically often like poor men who labored and built this country, and you guys don't give a fuck. You don't care. It's through men's sacrifice, men's labor.
Oh my God.
Men's genius, ingenuity.
Okay, so can I just please stop? This is like really starting to make me uncomfortable.
She wants him to stop because she knows that he's right, but she refuses to actually accept any of it.
There's women out there that will walk away from a good man talking about, oh, he wanted to go half on rent. He wanted to go half on...
Facts.
Like, that is... You know how fatuous and name that is to say he wanted to go half? First of all, you are responsible for 100% of your life as an adult. 100% of your problems, 100% of your bills, 100% of your stress. And you mean to tell me you had a man right there like, I'll take half of that from you. And you was like, that ain't good enough.
Right.
Damn.
I want you to take it all. I don't want to have no responsibility as an adult. And that is financial abuse. And that is feminine manipulation and abuse. So then, fellas, you need to walk away.
Offering to pay half of a woman's expenses is insanely generous, but it is never good enough.
Ladies, don't get mad that men are waking up and realizing that it is better to deal with no woman than a masculine woman. It is better to sit around and get some KY or some lotion and go pleasure yourself than deal with a masculine woman.
Masculine women went out of their way to make themselves unappealing to men everywhere.
Don't get mad that men are saying, I'd rather do nothing than deal with a masculine woman. Don't get mad that men are sitting back saying that. Don't get mad that men are, that's what the real issue is. My platform and platforms like mine are places where men can come and talk. And men are speaking up, and they're mad because so many men are not waking up. So many women are discovering that the men to the right and to the left of them, they've been woke all along. They just didn't know that what the men were thinking.
Modern women can't seem to handle living in a world where men have just grown sick of their crap and decided to say no thank you.
Now they know what men are thinking. And the thing is, gentlemen, you get to decide. You get to decide what is a 9 or a 10 or an 8 or a 6 to you. You get to determine what is too much weight for you. You get to decide if she has kids from another man, whether you don't want to deal with it. You get to choose every bit of that, and they can't take it from you. You are not a second-class citizen, black man. You are the man.
What a lot of men are doing with this power is just walking away. It is driving these women absolutely nuts.
And it doesn't matter how much insults, how much little dick energy, how much they want to cuss and fuss and blah, blah, blah. It's just talk. They can't do shit about it if you don't believe it. It's chihuahua barking. Chihuahuas bark loudly because they can't do shit with their bite. Don't worry about chihuahuas. Let them do what they do. Keep on moving. Because the only reason they're barking is because they're not getting what they want.
It really does prove how a lot of these modern day women are just acting like straight up children. It's actually rather sad to see.
And if you know what it is you want, take nothing instead of settling for masculine women. And just like I told that one woman, treat in the black community treat black men like you treat the white boss, that white institution, like the white man in your mind.
It's insane how some women will treat their bosses with more respect than their boyfriends. That's actually a lot of women.
attractive girls get online and say and do stuff. That's who they be focused on. So every time you see a pretty girl make a video and talk about how she be disgusted when men talk to her when she out, how she don't like it when men look at her, men have conversations with her, don't talk to her. Like, when she makes videos like that, the men are paying attention. When women like that are making videos, the men are paying attention, right?
Yeah.
And so they figure, okay, well, this must be what it is.
They just expect men to magically fall in line and agree with them. That is not going to happen.
This must be what women want, right? It don't matter about the women who ain't really that attractive who get online and be like, oh my God, we want you to talk to us when you out. Like, they're not listening to you. They listening to the girls who they find attractive and what those girls are saying, right? So you can't counteract the girls who they find to be attractive and them saying silly stuff online. So back to the point. Because those girls are getting online and saying silly stuff like that, when men go out now, they not hollering at you, they not bothering you, and they not getting up out their seat to let you have it.
Modern women are also incentivized to publicly humiliate men for no reason. It is too risky.
You know what?
Man, y'all don't want to leave your house?
No! Stay away! Stay away! We are in the house. Gym, home, work, home again. Maybe go to mama house. Maybe go to dad house. That's about it. I'm not gonna say we not messing with y'all, but y'all not about to mess up our peace. Y'all been trolling us ever since y'all got on this internet. Ever since that creator fund came out, y'all been acting up, talking out y'all necks, and now when you go outside, there ain't nobody to be outside with. I knew y'all would get tired of being with your girls. You can only go on so many dinner dates with your girls and act like you having fun.
They pushed the good men away, and they act shocked when the good men have completely stayed away.
We in the house. You said leave you alone. You chose the bear. Now what? Go on a date with the bear.
Listen, I thought this video was hilarious. Shout out to him because it's true. It's so stupid. God forgive me. Like, come on. You chose the bear. You screamed and you hollered. We don't need men. We tired of y'all. Don't look at us exactly like he said. Don't talk to us. Oh my God, why are you approaching me? Because basically, I'm better than you. I got a job. That's the type of stuff that men have had to hear. They think that because men aren't as vocal, that they don't either have feelings or they don't care.
Choosing the bear was one of the dumbest things modern women could have done online, I would say.
I told you, guys are tired. Guys are tired of you. They're tired of you pretending to want to take them seriously when you really just want the free drinks. They're tired of going up to you and you being like, thanks for the drink. You know, doing this game you do. Tired. They're tired of the takers. They're tired. They don't want to deal with any of that. They're tired of, oh, you know, you meet all of these qualifications, right? You know, you got all the qualifications, and she's talking to you and she's like, oh, but, you know, there's this one thing. He has a boat and it's red and I don't like the color red. Oh.
A lot of these women had chances to get with good men, but they chose to just throw them away.
Right? Because they feel like they can be so picky that they've got everything met, but they can just nitpick about everything, right? They're tired of you. You want guys to come up to you, change your attitude, change your strategy, treat them differently, and that's going to have to happen over a long period of time, right? It took decades to get here. Guys finally saying, I am done with you. And social media played a big part because now they go on socials and they see women talking all their crap. So they're like, oh, I know what's going on now behind the scenes. When I walk away after buying you that drink, I know you're making a fool out of me. They're like, I'm done.
It is going to take a very long time of major changes to bridge the divide between men and women. I'm skeptical that it could even happen at this point.
You're going to make a fool out of me? Honey, now I'm going to make a fool out of you. I'm going to sit at that bar. I'm going to drink my scotch. I'm not buying you nothing. I'm not even looking your way. That's what's going on. Change your attitude. It's going to take a long time for guys to feel like you've changed genuinely, and then you'll see. But for now, especially in the cities, guys are just sitting back with their drink and they're just letting this drama unfold. It's hilarious. It's like, you know, they're frazzled cats. Frazzled cats. Ooh, very entertaining.
It took a long time for men to start walking away, and a lot of men are simply not coming back, I think.
My oldest son got married. He was a millennial. And he married a woman with 2 kids. This woman was so cold-hearted that while my son was dying in the hospital on life support, she was cheating on him with another man. Single moms are cold-hearted as fuck. Stay away from them at all cost.
That's not cold-blooded. Cheating on your husband while he's on life support is just evil. I think evil is a way better word to use there.
Listen to Pops on the Move, yo. Pops on the Move, he be spitting game. Real talk. Like, y'all listen to that man. He got some knowledge, man. He's coming from experience from his personal life. Okay? Experience from his personal life. Like, we all have felt this evil spirit about them, you know? Something about them that they do to every last one of us have experienced the evilness of women. Every last one of us men have experienced it. And if you haven't, man, you must live under a rock, bro.
More and more men are coming out with their horror stories when dealing with these women.
Like you live somewhere where there ain't no women. And if you haven't experienced the evilness, man, you are that 1%, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Hold that power and try to keep that peace. Because, whew, us 99%, we ain't having it, bro. We tired. See, we falling asleep in the car type joint. That's how tired we are. We falling asleep in the car like that, sideways, sitting sideways, boys in the days. You feel me? Like that, just.
Too many men have been mistreated by modern day women, and a lot of them have said, you know what, enough is enough.
Women these days are looking for a come up. They're looking for somebody to save them. They're looking for their next thing. When you really unpack what's going on right now in society, a lot of women are bums because they choose to look that. Listen, I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I'm not sugarcoating shit. A lot of women are bums, and you have high standards with low quality in yourself. You want a man to have 6 figures. You want a man to take care of you, pay all your bills. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. Elevate your life. But you can't do that for yourself. So why is a man going to invest that into you when you don't even do that for yourself?
It's crazy how they hate men, but they expect men to rescue them from a life of basic adult responsibility.
No reason why someone that's 45 is trying to talk to you. You're young.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Controversial take. I think women only have these opinions now because women have focused more on the careers, education, and being independent. They're older in age, and now they're pushing these agenda more only because they're now at an age to settle down now, where they're in their 30s. So,
but pushing what is
women?
what's the agenda?
You guys are all against these men dating younger women because it takes options away from you guys. Guys, your age now.
Oh, I didn't know.
What else can you base it on?
It's out of jealousy, plain and simple. They aged out of the dating market and they want to blame men.
So here's the thing on this. I mean, ultimately, a woman can do whatever she wants to do, right? If she wants to get a whole bunch of degrees and choose the bear, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But as we know in life, actions have consequences, right? So if you're basically going to prioritize and go all in on your degrees and then put relationships on the back burner for 2, 5, 10, 15 years, and you think that you're going to pick it up like you never left, not realizing that there's relationship muscles that you need to work on over time, yeah, it doesn't necessarily work that way.
They expected men to just wait as they lived their lives. Men don't operate that way at all.
Ultimately, if these boss babe independent queens are winning in life, okay, they're getting exactly what they want. What difference does it make if a 45-year-old man wants to date a 26 or 27-year-old woman? Okay, what difference does it make? Clearly, they're triggered because they're being overlooked. They're not, necessarily getting the results that they want from a relationship perspective. And they're realizing that a lot of these guys are simply checking out and bypassing them. So they try to deploy the insults, the shame, guilt, insult, need to be right, to try to get you to date them.
They made their choices. Now they have to face the consequences of being overlooked by men. Congratulations. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.